You know what? So what if he wants to grab pussy? I want to grab pussy.
The key to the MAGA movement isn't a deep and dark Machiavellian secret. It's not rocket science, brain surgery, or even your sixth grader's Common Core math.
Why you can, Trump.
No, it's basic stupid mixed with fear and religion.
Like you'll go person, woman, man, camera.
It's a cocktail of everything wrong with America.
There are demonic forces.
James Carville once said, it's the economy, stupid. But when it comes to MAGA, it's the stupid, stupid.
Among the MAGAs, a lack of education is common, leading to a limited understanding of the world around them. This undereducation fuels their reliance on misinformation and conspiracy theories as they struggle to differentiate fact from fiction in their environment.
Why is it the Brits always sound so much smarter than Americans?
I don't care if he is in a jail cell. I am one of those people that will vote for him no matter what. Because
how do you feel about the concept of law and order in general?
I agree with law and order. I am 100%.
Do you feel that if he's convicted, though, that wouldn't change your mind?
He won't be convicted.
But if he was.
But he won't.
But if he was.
He won't.
But if he was convicted.
He won't be convicted.
But if he was convicted.
It is impossible.
No, but I'm saying, what if he's found guilty?
He won't be.
But what if he is?
I'm not going to answer that question. He won't be.
But if a trial takes place and then he's found guilty, like, what if that happens?
I'm not going to answer that question.
Okay.
But what Trump has done so well is a testament to his grifting ability. He has successfully conned these marks into believing a myriad of lies, from his supposed business acumen to the Russia hoax, to his sexual assaults, to the 2020 election, to COVID, to Republicans like Liz Cheney.
Let's put her with a rifle standing there with 9 barrels shooting at her, okay? Let's see how she feels about it. You know, when the guns are trained on her face.
Trump has essentially adopted a fast food style approach to information and truth. Say it quick, get it out, spread the lie, move on to the next one. And with these morons, it works.
I'm sorry, I gotta take a moment here. You're saying that in California you can kill a newborn baby up to 4 weeks until after it's born?
Absolutely.
That's not true.
That is true.
That's not true.
That's the law in the last year or two.
That is not true. That's not true.
You need to go do your research.
100% not true.
You need to do your
research. Where did you read that? Be honest.
National news media.
Wait a minute. Why are you forcing your lifestyle over on me?
Who's forcing you to be gay?
Joe Biden and his crew.
Joe Biden's forcing you to be gay?
No, not forcing me. Make sure you get that right. I ain't gay and ain't got nothing to do with it, okay?
What do you think happened on January 6th?
I think that was a setup.
We all know COVID was contagious, but nowhere near as virulent as when stupid people start talking like they're smart. It's like watching those old videos of people trying to fly back in the 1800s. But watching MAGA struggle to articulate the bullshit that's emanating from Trump and his cavalcade of idiots is painful and funny, but more painful.
Now, what were some of these approved payments that they were going to ask him about? Well, one of the first ones they were going to ask him about is why the Pentagon spends $600 million a year on sushi, when that's not even in like the top 50 of worst expenditures. Did you know that the IRS is spending $230,000 a month on cinnamon roast K-cups for their headquarters?
This is why we see you guys as complete idiots, because you fall for the most obvious misinformation out there and you have absolutely no shame for it. And you do this because you convinced yourselves that anyone who's actually qualified to speak on any given subject is just a biased lefty loony because you don't like the truth. And as a result of which, you guys are more and more frequently falling for satirical content because you guys either don't check or don't even care. Like right here, this story about $600 million on sushi and the paper cups comes from a parody account called Not Elon Musk. And you guys still fell for it. When world-leading economists tell you that Donald Trump's economic plans are going to be very harmful for America, or in fact, when they explain to you what a tariff is, you don't care. When climate scientists, in fact, an overwhelming majority of scientists around the world tell you that climate change is very real and is going to cause a lot of problems for us if we don't do something about it, you don't care. When historians tell you that the Roman salute was not a thing, you don't care. When they, along with scholars of fascism and Holocaust survivors, all tell you that Donald Trump is starting to look very similar to a very particular guy from World War II, you don't care. When biblical scholars all side with a bishop who pleaded for mercy from Donald Trump, saying that it was actually in line with the Bible and the teachings of Christ, you don't care because it's all just lefty lunacy, isn't it? Just lefty woke bias. But when a parody account gives you some obvious misinformation, suddenly you trust it. And you wonder why the world doesn't respect America anymore.
Now, the three main areas, the red pills that MAGA swallows, are the economy, science, and history. Let's start with the economy.
Virtually 100% of the net job creation in the last year has gone to migrants. You know that? Most of the job creation has gone to migrants. In fact, I've heard that substantially more than beyond a number of 100%.
Beyond a number of 100%.
Trump's economic numbers sucked, and they're sucking right now, as a businessman and a politician. But he says it with such passion that this group of junior high dropouts believe it. Trump's economy wasn't even the best in this century. He never had a 3% GDP, where Biden had 7 quarters of 4+%. And the only decent numbers he inherited came from Obama. And when Trump talks about tariffs, well...
Tariffs. To me, I think it's the most beautiful word in the dictionary. More beautiful than love.
And then there's science and history. Did you know 71% of Republicans don't believe in evolution? That's insane. And the GOP is still trying to say that slavery wasn't all that bad.
And therefore covers slavery from the perspective of the slave instead of just from the perspective of the master. The curriculum includes how black slaves were able to use their experience, in some cases, to make their brutally hard lives better.
The truth is, none of this happened by accident. Steve Bannon is the architect of the say whatever you want and then change the subject before somebody calls you on it.
And the media can only, because they're dumb and they're lazy, they can only focus on one thing at a time. All we have to do is flood the zone. Every day we hit them with 3 things. They'll bite on one and we'll get all of our stuff done. Bang, bang, bang. These guys will never be able to recover. But we got to start with muzzle velocity. So it's got to start, it's got to hammer, it's got to muzzle velocity.
So what's happening here is threefold. Trump's sociopathic lies and policies built on the lies, the members of Congress who know it's bullshit but back him on it anyway, and Fox News, who sends it out to the millions of people who can't even make change at the 7-Eleven.
And I heard the scientists say the other day that when a man votes for a woman, he actually transitions into a woman.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, that's what the science says.
Science says that.
And along the way, some people at Fox have told Trump to go f*** himself.
Well, first of all, Mr. President, we don't work for you. I don't work for you.
But like Neil Cavito, Shepard Smith, Chris Wallace all learned, if you cross Trump, he'll get his posse of dumb to attack you. Not entirely different than the guy who attacked Pelosi's husband. And the members of Congress, while they may not have been as dim-witted as the MAGA base, what they lack in courage, they've made up for in weakness.
There is no way we are going to allow a con artist to take over the conservative movement, and Donald Trump is a con artist.
So what do you think a Trump government would look like, Senator?
It would be chaos.
But it's the MAGA base, along with the First Lady, who have no idea how macroeconomics works, or inflation, or evolution. And by the way, did you ever notice that people who deny evolution would benefit from it the most?
We have an opportunity to do something that could be phenomenal. And I don't want to be cute, I don't want to be a wise guy, but the Riviera of the Middle East, this could be something that could be so bad, this could be so magnificent.
But the real dilemma for me is how these people continue to get beat down day after day, yet they won't stand up to him. Trump says this:
I don't care about you, I just want your vote, I don't care.
And even those who see the grift seem to admonish themselves for their lack of insight or courage.
You know, you don't have to like the words that come out of the man's mouth, but sometimes in life we all need a good paddling from the principal.
And then, of course, there are the women who Trump objectifies.
I moved on her like a bitch.
And then says he can do whatever he wants.
I'm going to do it whether the women like it or not.
How do these women continue to support him? Take J.D. Vance. He signed up to be Trump's VP after watching what Trump did to the former VP. Is anyone surprised that Trump would then turn on him?
Do you view Vice President J.D. Vance as your successor, the Republican nominee in 2028? No.
Trump has assembled an unlikely cast of soulless billionaires combined with Americans whose alcohol blood content is higher than their SATs. And now it's up to us to keep reading and speaking in complete sentences, because somewhere down the road, that's our way out of this.
I'm as mad as hell.
Damn right. Whether the women like it or not.
Suck my fat one.
And this guy's personal life is a total disaster.
Trust me.
Shut the fuck up, Dan.
Who's with me?
Oh, yeah, the lie.
Indictable.
Out of sheer morbid curiosity, I'm allowing this freak show to continue.
I don't want to talk about this stuff.
Am I wrong?
Yes.
Tick-tock.
You're in a lot of trouble, Donnie.
I think he's crazy.
I'm Chip Franklin.